Hey everyone, welcome back to Reliable Prepper. Today we're diving into a topic that's absolutely essential for every serious prepper, trade skills. Now I know most of you are focused on stockpiling food, water, and gear, but what happens when something breaks and there's no one to call? Knowing how to fix things yourself could be the difference between making it through a disaster or being in serious trouble. So stick around because we're going to get into why these practical, hands-on skills are critical for survival. And before we get started, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Facebook for more survival tips. Check the pinned comment for a link to sign up for my free newsletter, and you'll instantly receive my new ebook, Surviving Civil Unrest. In today's world, most people are focused on learning office-based skills or even technical ones like programming and IT. There's nothing wrong with that, it's just the direction society has gone in. But there's a problem with this. When we focus so much on technology and white-collar jobs, we're losing sight of the hands-on skills that keep everything running. Think about it. What would happen if the grid went down tomorrow and stayed down for a week, a month, or even longer? Who's going to fix the plumbing in your house when there's no one to call? What about your car when it breaks down on the side of the road and there's no mechanic to call for miles around? Over the past few decades, there's been a steady decline in the number of people entering the trades. Fewer people are learning skills like carpentry, plumbing, or mechanics. More people are heading to college to study business or technology. Again, that's great in normal times. But when the system breaks down, those fancy degrees won't be worth much when the toilet overflows, the roof starts leaking, or you need to fix a generator. Trade skills have always been the backbone of society. Think about the people who build our homes, keep the water running, fix the roads, and maintain our vehicles. These are the skills that keep everything working. Without them, our modern conveniences fall apart in a hurry. Now, this brings us to why this is a big deal for preppers. If you're watching this video, chances are you're already thinking about how to protect yourself and your loved ones when things go south. Maybe you're stockpiling food, water, medical supplies. But have you thought about how you're going to keep things running when there's no one to help you out? When a crisis hits, it's not just about having stuff. It's about being able to use what you have effectively. And let me tell you, when the SHTF, the last thing you want is to be sitting in the dark with a broken down generator, a leaking roof, and no idea how to fix any of it. That's where knowing these basic trade skills becomes essential. Trade skills aren't just for the workforce, they're survival skills. In a world where help may not be coming, you need to be your own handyman, mechanic, and builder. If the system goes down and you don't have those skills, you're in for a rough ride. All right, let's get into the heart of it. What trade skills should preppers focus on? There are a lot of practical skills out there, but some are absolutely essential for keeping things running in a crisis. Let's go through them one by one. First up is carpentry. This is one of the most useful skills you can have in any survival situation. Why? Because everything around you is built. Whether you need to fix a broken window, build a barricade, or construct an emergency shelter, knowing how to work with wood and basic tools is going to come in handy. Imagine your home suffers damage during a storm or even an attack. You'll need to know how to repair it quickly to keep your family safe. Even in normal times, carpentry can save you a ton of money. Why pay someone else to build or fix things when you can do it yourself? Plus, if you have this skill, you become a valuable asset to your community or survival group. In a crisis, those who can build and repair will be highly sought after. Tools you should consider having include a good hammer, saw, nails, screws, and a drill. Learning to use these is key. You don't need to become a master carpenter overnight, but learning the basics of construction and woodworking can go a long way. Next up is plumbing. It might not be glamorous, but it's crucial. Think about it. Water is life. And if you can't get clean water or you have issues with your plumbing, that's going to become a major problem real fast. Knowing how to fix leaks, unclog drains, and even set up a rainwater catchment system could mean the difference between having a steady supply of clean water or being in serious trouble. Plumbing isn't just about fixing what's broken, though. It's also about creating systems that work when the traditional infrastructure is down. That could mean setting up ways to collect and filter rainwater, or finding ways to store and purify water. And in a long-term survival scenario, plumbing skills can help you maintain hygiene and sanitation, preventing the spread of disease. Learning the basics of plumbing is easier than you think. You can start by understanding how the water systems in your home work, how to shut off water, replace pipes, and fix common issues like leaks and clogged drains. Trust me, these skills will be worth their weight in gold when things go wrong. Electricity is another big one. In a grid-down situation, knowing how to wire things up, install solar panels, or maintain a generator can keep your home powered when everyone else is sitting in the dark. You don't have to be an expert electrician, but having basic knowledge can keep you from making dangerous mistakes, and it could help you set up alternative power sources that could last you for months or years. For instance, solar panels are a great option for keeping the lights on without relying on gas-powered generators, but even basic wiring skills can be a lifesaver. You could use a battery bank to power critical devices or wire up emergency lighting systems. You could also troubleshoot small electrical problems that, if left unchecked, could leave you in a dangerous situation. Knowing how to work safely with electricity is important, and if you don't know how to wire things up properly, you could end up doing more harm than good. So get yourself familiar with electrical systems, learn how to use a multimeter, and understand the basics of how power works in your home. This skill could keep you and your family safe and comfortable in a crisis. Let's talk about vehicles. In a survival situation, transportation is key. Whether you're bugging out or staying put, chances are you'll need your car at some point. But what if it breaks down? What if you can't find a mechanic to fix it? Knowing how to perform basic repairs on your own vehicle is a skill every prepper should have. Things like changing a tire, replacing a battery, or fixing small engine issues could keep you mobile when others are stranded. And it's not just about cars. Think about ATVs, motorcycles, or even generators. If you know how to fix engines, you've got a valuable skill. To get started, learn how your vehicle works. Understand the basics of engine maintenance, how to change oil, replace filters, and fix small issues before they become big ones. Have the right tools on hand, sockets, wrenches, a jack, and other essentials for vehicle repair. This knowledge could save your life when you're out on the road. Welding is one of those skills that people often overlook, but can be incredibly useful in a survival situation. With welding, you can fix broken tools, reinforce structures, and even build things from scratch. Imagine being able to weld together a gate or barricade to secure your property, or fixing a critical piece of equipment that would otherwise be useless. Metalworking skills allow you to repair and create tools, reinforce security, and even help with long-term projects like fortifying your home or building new structures. In an SHTF situation, having the ability to manipulate and work with metal is a game changer. Start by learning the basics of welding and metalworking. It's not as hard as it seems, and with some practice, you can gain enough proficiency to make significant repairs or build things that can help you survive. So, now that we've gone over some of the most important trade skills you should know, you're probably wondering, how do I even get started learning these things? Well, the good news is, it's easier than ever. There are countless online resources available that can teach you the basics of carpentry, plumbing, electrical work, mechanics, and more. YouTube is a great place to start, with tons of tutorials on almost any skill you want to learn. There are also websites like Coursera and Udemy that offer affordable courses on these topics. Whether it's learning how to wire up a simple circuit, fix a leaky pipe, or even get into welding, there's a course or tutorial out there for you. But remember, watching a video or reading a manual only gets you so far. The real learning comes when you actually start doing these things. So don't just watch, get out there and try it for yourself. Maybe start small by fixing things around your home. You'll be surprised how much you can learn just by rolling up your sleeves and getting your hands dirty. Another great way to learn is by seeking out local classes or even apprenticeships. Community colleges often offer courses in the trades, and many towns still have adult education programs where you can learn things like carpentry, plumbing, and mechanics. You might even find local workshops or hands-on classes at home improvement stores. One thing to consider is finding a mentor, someone who's already skilled in these areas and is willing to teach you. This could be a retired tradesman, a neighbor, or even a friend who knows their way around a toolbox. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Most people are more than happy to share their knowledge, especially if they see that you're serious about learning. Hands-on experience, the key to mastery. One thing I can't stress enough is that trade skills are learned by doing. You can read all the books, watch all the videos, and take all the classes you want, But until you get hands-on experience, you're not going to fully grasp the skills. If you've never swung a hammer or tightened a bolt, now is the time to start. If you can, volunteer for projects or get involved in local community work that allows you to practice these skills. Habitat for Humanity is a great example. You can get hands-on experience with construction, carpentry, and even some plumbing while helping build homes for people in need. It's a win-win situation. You gain valuable experience and you're contributing to a good cause. The benefits of knowing trade skills. Now, you might be thinking, why should I bother learning these skills if things are running fine right now? Well, the benefits of knowing trade skills go way beyond just surviving a disaster. Even in everyday life, these skills can save you a lot of time, money, and frustration. Instead of calling in a professional and paying hundreds of dollars for something like a simple plumbing fix, you can do it yourself for a fraction of the cost. You'll also save time. No more waiting around for someone else to come and take care of your problem. Another major benefit is the ability to barter. In a post-collapse world, people who know how to fix things or build things are going to be incredibly valuable. Imagine being able to trade your skills for food, water, or other resources. People will always need something fixed, built, or maintained. And if you have those skills, you'll be in a much stronger position. Trade skills also give you a sense of independence and self-reliance. You won't have to rely on others to fix things for you. When something breaks, you'll know how to fix it. That's an incredibly empowering feeling, and it's one that every prepper should strive for. Let's talk a little more about bartering and community building. In a grid-down or SHTF scenario, money might not hold the same value it does today. But skills, those will always have value. People will always need someone who can fix a vehicle, build a structure, or repair plumbing. If you have trade skills, you can barter your services for the things you need, whether that's food, water, or other supplies. Beyond just bartering, knowing trade skills can help you build stronger community ties. When you can contribute valuable skills to a group, you become an essential member of that group. People will look to you for help, and that can lead to stronger alliances and better overall security. Think about it. If you're part of a survival group and you know how to fix things or build things, you're much more valuable than someone who only knows how to manage spreadsheets or design a website. In a post-collapse world, the person who can repair a roof or fix a car is going to be a lot more important than someone with a fancy degree in a field that no longer matters. Self-sufficiency, the ultimate goal. At the end of the day, prepping is all about self-sufficiency. It's about being able to take care of yourself and your family when the systems we rely on fail. Trade skills are a huge part of that. When you know how to fix things, build things, and keep things running, you're not just prepared. You're in control of your own fate. You're not dependent on anyone else to come and fix your problems. And let's face it, if a major crisis hits, there may not be anyone coming to help. You might be on your own for days, weeks, or even longer. Having the ability to take care of your own repairs, build your own shelter, and fix your own vehicle is going to give you a massive advantage. It's the difference between thriving and just scraping by. How trade skills help in a survival situation. Let's get specific about how trade skills help in a survival situation. One of the first things that will happen in any major crisis is that things will start to break. Whether it's your home, your car, or even your tools, wear and tear is inevitable. The longer a crisis lasts, the more things will start to break down. Knowing how to fix them is going to be a crucial part of staying alive. Let's say a storm hits and your roof starts leaking. If you don't know how to patch that leak, you could be dealing with major water damage in a matter of hours. And that's not just an inconvenience. It could compromise the safety of your home. Or what if your car breaks down while you're trying to bug out? If you don't know how to fix it, you could be stranded in a dangerous area. Having trade skills means you can address these issues quickly and efficiently. You don't have to wait around for help that might never come. You can fix the problem and move on, which is exactly what you want to be able to do in a crisis situation. Beyond just repairs, trade skills also help you improvise. In a long-term survival scenario, you might not have access to all the tools or materials you need, but if you know how to work with your hands, you can often come up with creative solutions using what you have. For example, carpentry skills can help you build makeshift furniture or create a barricade to protect your home. Plumbing knowledge can help you rig up an improvised water system. Welding skills can help you reinforce weak spots in your home's defenses. Knowing how to work with your hands makes you adaptable. And in a survival situation, adaptability is everything. Survival groups, trade skills as a lifeline. If you're part of a survival group, trade skills can be the glue that holds the group together. Every survival group needs people who can contribute something valuable, and trade skills are some of the most valuable assets you can bring to the table. Whether it's repairing a vehicle, building a shelter, or setting up alternative power systems, trade skills make you an essential member of the group. And when you're an essential member, you're more likely to be protected and supported by the rest of the group. In many ways, trade skills can be a lifeline in a survival scenario. They give you the ability to take care of yourself, but they also make you valuable to others. And that kind of value is priceless when things go wrong. Conclusion, final thoughts on trade skills for preppers. So to wrap this up, trade skills aren't just something that's nice to have. They're a necessity for anyone serious about prepping. The ability to fix things, build things, and maintain critical systems is what's going to separate those who thrive from those who struggle when things go south. If you don't have these skills yet, now's the time to start learning. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow Reliable Prepper on Facebook for more tips and strategies. Also, don't forget to check the pinned comment to sign up for my free newsletter, where you'll instantly receive my new ebook, Surviving Civil Unrest. Thanks for watching and stay safe out there.